there. So this video is a quick introduction into Project 1. In this course, we're going to learn all about two-dimensional vocabulary and start our journey with color, handling space in a 2D and mimicking 3D by the end. We're going to be exploring Adobe Illustrator. That's going to be the software we're going to be learning through this course. And this first project is looking at 3 to 5 natural elements, so leaves or mushrooms, or these are very modified flowers, but those flowers don't necessarily have to be modified. So this is a great example of a chrysanthemum. So anything in nature, cacti, and we can actually do just these kind of almost pebble-like shapes in our compositions. But we're going to be drawing those 3 to 5 natural objects that you choose and creating a pattern, and the colors should not be representational. So whatever they are in nature, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to be using really unique, unexpected colors for all of these natural elements. And our goal here is to kind of think outside of expected color palettes, to create a pattern that feels really cohesive through the way that the drawings are made, but also the way the color palette is applied. And you can see that you can do dark backgrounds with light colors, or you can do light backgrounds with darker colors. So there's a lot of variety here, but if it is a color that's found naturally in these objects, then that isn't a color you should be moving toward. For example, this is a greeny color, but it's a greeny blue that we don't see in nature, so it still fits, and every other color there is not a color that we would find in nature for these specific plants. All right, so let's just take a look at the specifics of this project. So we're discussing nature and pattern. We're going to be doing this in Adobe Illustrator, non-representational color. The pattern, which is important, is going to be 10 inches by 10 inches. Now, that doesn't mean that it has to be a continuous repeat pattern. That means a continuous repeat pattern is that we could put these together in large swaths, and what's on this side would be even with this, so that it looked like a continuous pattern moving that way. And you could do the same thing this way and this way and this way. This is just a single pattern. It doesn't have to repeat. So we're 10 inches by 10 inches. I'm going to write that down because I'm going to be doing the next video directly after this. You can see that we're doing non-representational color. Software is Adobe Illustrator, 3 to 5 nature-inspired elements. Again, I'm okay with, simple circles or dots or clusters of dots to add in as filler. Those would not be considered an object. You can see that this is a leaf pattern, this is a leaf pattern, this is a leaf pattern, and even these black shapes here. So this composition comprises of 3 nature-inspired patterns, and then there are some of these extra elements. We cannot consider things that are this simple to draw, because the whole goal here is to learn how to draw. As you're doing non-representational color, which we talked about, the deliverables will be one PDF, and it should be formatted as a 10 inch by 10 inch document, and you'll be writing a brief statement about what you wanted to accomplish And these instructions will carry over in every project, but this is where all of the important parameters are handled. And so if you ever have a question about how big or how many objects you have to draw, you can always come back here. This is where this video is also going to be housed. So make sure if you are ever in a situation where you have questions, reach out immediately as opposed to waiting and letting something, grow in terms of not understanding. I usually respond to emails really quickly, usually within 24 hours of you emailing, or hours depending on the time of day. Just know that I typically do not respond to emails over the weekend. So if you have questions about this project, ask them early, ask frequent questions, and I look forward to seeing all the work that you'll produce, and always come back to these resources that show you what good examples of this project should look like. All right, thank you.